Then Jesus and his disciples came to a place which was named Gethsemane. And he took Peter, James, and John with him. And he began to be troubled and deeply distressed. Then he said to them, "My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to death. Stay here and watch." He went a little farther and fell on the ground and prayed that if it were possible, the hour might pass from him. And he said, "Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Take this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what you will." Then he came and found them sleeping, and said to Peter, "Simon, are you sleeping? Could you not watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak." Then he went away and prayed and spoke the same words. And when he returned, he found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy, and they did not know what to answer him. So he left them, went away again, and prayed the third time, saying, "Father, if it is your will, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done." Then an angel appeared to him from heaven. Strengthening him. And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. When he rose from prayer and had come to his disciples, he found them sleeping from sorrow, and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? It is enough. The hour has come. Rise up. Let us go. See, my betrayer is at hand." Then they laid hands on him and took him. And they all forsook him and fled. And they bound Jesus and led him away to be crucified. Now when the 6th hour had come, there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour. And Jesus cried out with a loud voice and breathed his last. The centurion who stood opposite him said, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." Now, after the Sabbath, as the first day of the week began to dawn, Mary Magdalene came to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake. For an angel of the Lord descended from heaven came and rolled back the stone from the door sat on it. His countenance was like lightning, and his clothing as white as snow. And the guards shook for fear of him, and became like dead men. But the angel answered and said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, as he said. Come, see the place where he lay." "And go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And indeed, he is going before you into Galilee. There you will see him. Behold, I have told you." So she departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to bring his disciples word. And she ran and came to Simon Peter and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved, and said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and we do not know where they have laid them." Therefore Peter went out, and the other disciple, and were going to the tomb. So they both ran together, and the other disciple outran Peter, and came to the tomb first. And stooping down and looking in, saw the linen cloths lying there, yet did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, following him, and went into the tomb. And he saw the linen cloths lying there, and the handkerchief that had been around his head, not lying with the linen cloths, but folded together in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who came to the tomb first, went in also, and he saw and believed. For as yet they did not know the scripture that he must rise again from the dead. Then the disciples went away again to their own homes. But Mary stood outside by the tomb, weeping. And as she wept, she stooped down and looked into the tomb. And she saw two angels in white sitting, one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had lain. Then they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "Because they have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." Now when she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, and did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking?" She, supposing him to be the gardener, said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him, "Rabboni," which is to say, teacher. Jesus said to her, "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brethren and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, and to my God and your God."